Good morning. Yesterday, Donald Trump issued a presidential proclamation to ban most non-immigrant visa applicants from entering the US. The proclamation is broad and crafty. Initially, I thought it was full of holes, which it is, but there are horrendous parts within the proclamation. To summarize, the proclamation takes effect on June 24th at midnight. It will remain in effect through December 31st, 2020, and it may be extended or modified in the process. The proclamation suspends the issuance of visas under H-1B, H-2B, and L categories. If the applicant is outside the United States, on the 24th, when the proclamation goes into effect, and they don't have a non-immigrant visa on that date, they're not going to get it. There are multiple exceptions, and these are the holds that I was talking about. If the person has a visa already, they'll be able to enter. If the person is in status under that visa within the US and they need to go abroad to renew that visa, they'll be able to do so. If the person needs to change status within the US to any one of those categories, they'll be able to do so. Canadians are presumably exempt because they don't need visas anyway under those categories. They can go and come in. But at the very least, this proclamation, even though it's full of holes, it creates mass confusion. Just this morning at the Peace Bridge between US and Canada, CBP officers have been turning away bona fide L1 workers because they're unable to implement this proclamation because it is so confusing. They don't know if they'd be breaking the law should they let those folks come in. Furthermore, at the time that we're just reeling from the economic meltdown due to COVID, and we need our industries, we need our businesses to be at full capacity, this will hinder that effort. Which CEO who's in charge of a multinational operation would want their workers to jump through these hoops just to get to their jobs in the US? I can tell you that other locations perhaps look much more appealing to have as headquarters. So we're going to lose business, and economic recovery is going to slow down. But perhaps the most heinous part of this proclamation are the little tidbits that prevents people who have been abused by their spouses, who have been a victim of crime in the US, who have been in the US perhaps for so long and have a qualifying relative so they can legalize their status in court. To all those people, if they get arrested, a simple arrest, perhaps a DUI, the government can take away their employment authorization document and they won't be able to provide for their families. That's unconscionable. This proclamation, like I said, is extremely confusing. If you have questions on how this may or may not apply to you, please reach out to us at Bellore Carl Immigration Group. We're here to advise and help and answer your questions. Coming to you live from our office this morning in Los Angeles, this is Ali Bellore from Bellore Carl Immigration Group. You have a nice day.